Hi, I'm Kai. I am doing the Booktube Newbie Tag question today because I want to start doing Booktube and I'm a newbie at it. Alright, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? I've actually been meaning to start like a YouTube channel for a while now. It just wasn't always Booktube. I really wanted to start like a makeup channel, or I don't know, like a K-pop reaction channel or something, although probably not because I don't think my personal reactions are really all that entertaining. So yeah, I got into Booktube I think earlier this year, not before quarantine at least, so probably like February. And I like talking about books, so I wanted to kind of have a place where I could do that. Second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I don't know. God. I don't really, I feel like I sometimes try to kind of branch out from like what the more popular like Booktube reads are. So I might be able to kind of like bring some recommendations you might not otherwise be able to find. So there's that.
King, what are you talking about?
Ignore the secret history being on my book thing there. I didn't actually like it that much. I just needed something to have the backdrop there. But yeah. What are you most excited for about this new channel is I don't really I've tried to do like written reviews before. I made a Goodreads account when I was like 14, and I tried to kind of like regularly keep up doing like written reviews of every book that I read, and I kept kind of dropping off, and I feel like if I did it in a video format I would be more able to kind of get my thoughts out, and be more excited about getting my thoughts out about reading. That didn't make any sense. What the fuck? Okay, why do you love reading? Oh god. I don't know. I've always been really into reading. I have been reading since I was really young, and I really like writing as like a creative outlet, and I love hearing what other like voices and artists have to say, and what like stories and ideas they can bring. That was a very generic and abstract answer, but that's basically what I've got.
Oh, wow. Wow, you like stories? You like stories and ideas? You like stories and ideas and words and maybe even sentences? Damn.
Okay, so what book or series got you into reading is kind of tied into the past question, where I don't really know because I've been a very avid reader since I was really young. So I don't know if I can pinpoint like what got me into reading. When I was younger, I liked to read like, do you guys remember the American Girl series, where they had like to go along with the dolls, they had like these historical fiction series to go with like each doll character. I was so into those. Those were my thing. I really liked those. The like Dear America series, where it was written in like a diary format, and it was from the perspectives of different girls over different periods of time in America. So it's similar to the American Girl series, except I guess in like a diary format. And to go along with that, there was also, I forget the name of it. Was it the Royal Diaries? There was another one written in diary format. I don't know if it was from like the same publisher, but it was from the perspectives of different like real life historical princesses, or like royal women in like royal families, but like as young adults, as like teenagers, and those were really good also. The most memorable one for that, I think, there was one for like Cleopatra that I really liked. I have like really strong memories of reading that one. There's also, I know there was one for like Anastasia, you know, the Anastasia, and several like British princesses, but not just like it wasn't just like European monarchs, which was really nice. They had, I know they had like some East Asian, South Asian, African, just a bunch of like different historical figures, and kind of like reimagining like their childhoods and stuff. I I always thought that those were really fun. But yeah, I don't really read as much historical fiction these days, but when I was younger, that was just like I was so into it. Okay, number six. We're on number six. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't really think I could imagine like meeting my favorite booktubers and like interviewing them. I don't know. I guess I would just kind of like compare like opinions on different books that we both read. I like kind of like hearing what different people got out of books, and seeing like how different our like reactions and our interpretations are. So I guess just that. I don't really know if there's like, do you mean like personal questions? Because I'm not, that's weird. I guess just that. Number seven is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? I mean, I guess just keeping up with it. I've never been good at following through on projects that require commitment. I don't expect this to be something that I regularly update because I don't really I might just pop in whenever I feel like it. But I guess the biggest challenge would be just like not getting bored after 2 videos and then abandoning it entirely, which is what I do with half of the creative projects that I start. I need to watch myself on that. I've done that a lot. I I used to do art a lot, and I would get really into like a piece or like a series of pieces, and I would just lose steam maybe halfway through, and it would just go unfinished forever. And it's the same for my writing, and it's the same for like pretty much everything I've ever picked up. So that'll be hard. Number 8 is, when did you start reading? I guess that's tied to the past questions, right? Because like I started reading, I don't know, elementary school, definitely elementary school, like 2nd grade, I guess, is when I started reading, like for fun. But yeah. Number 9 is, where do you read? And I guess like wherever. I remember when I was in high school, I would read like under the desk. I would have the book open. I know other people have done this before. It's not like uncommon. You know that thing that you do where you have like a book open like under your desk, and you're looking down and you're pretending to like look at like whatever classwork you're working on, but really you're just like reading. And I would get in trouble so often for that, because I would just be like, back then I would like blaze through books in like a day. I would borrow a book from the school library, read it in one day, and then return it at the end of the day. I cannot imagine doing that now. I absolutely cannot imagine doing that. I was crazy. I think now, for the most part, I kind of do this as like a whenever I have free time sort of thing. So if I have like downtime at work, or like after work when I get home and I want to like kind of detox. If I get like a free day where I don't feel like doing anything else, doing anything that requires like physical strain, I just veg out on the couch and read. But it's not something that I like do as like a scheduled commitment. It's just kind of like I do it at work. I do it in my room. I bring books on like vacation and I read them in the hotel rooms, in between like activities. So yeah. And last question, number 10, is what kind of books do you like to read? I am primarily I read poetry and I write poetry. That is like my main thing. So I feel like that bleeds into how I read fiction, because I am drawn to styles that are more like writing styles. I'm drawn to the writing styles that are more like lyrical or like experimental or just kind of like distinctive in some way, as opposed to more like kind of simplistic or straightforward writing styles. If you dangle well-written, like figurative language in front of me like a carrot, I will eat that up. In terms of like genres, I'm not actually a huge like high fantasy person. I, I mean, like I'm really into like the like A Song of Ice and Fire series. Into meaning like it's kind of like consumed me, but I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy how into it I am, is what I'm trying to say. I don't typically go for high fantasy though. I like urban fantasy a lot more. That's kind of my preference. There, I really like contemporary fiction, just kind of like about regular people. I have a guilty pleasure for books with like a battle royale sort of premise, or like something based off of that like kind of one Agatha Christie thing where there's like an ensemble cast who like are kind of all like hold up together and they're getting like picked off one by one and they have to like solve like who's killing them. It's rarely good. Like those types of stories are rarely good in my experience, but I still enjoy them. And the battle royale thing is because of reasons. I've consumed media, and I guess that's where my sort of media-based nostalgia chooses to reside. I really like kind of suburban gothic type vibes from books where it's kind of like an idyllic like suburban setting, but it's got like a very kind of dark tone to it. And I really like heist books. Six of Crows is like, and just anything with like a group of characters kind of coming together to like steal something or infiltrate something. I don't know, I find that really exciting. I tend to like heist books more than I like heist movies. I'm trying to think. I guess I guess it's easier for me to define what I'm less into. I'm not really into high fantasy, as I mentioned. I'm not really into sci-fi either. I'll read sci-fi sometimes, but I'm not often kind of drawn to that kind of genre. I'm not super into like the types of like I don't really like adult thrillers that are like that specific type of adult thriller that's like, oh, this like brooding man has to find his kidnapped wife or daughter or whatever. It's, I don't really find, I find that very played out. So yeah, it's easier for, I don't know why it's easier for me to state what I like to avoid as opposed to what I like, but yeah. So I'm going to end that part here. I may or may not film a review now, so. All right, catch you later. Thank you.